Hello YouTube and welcome to a railway wonder, London St Pancras International Station, the terminus of not only the Midland Mainline but of the Eurostar, which links London to Brussels and Paris. This is a station that I've seen many times before, but this is Duncan's first time inside. What are your first impressions of St Pancras?
It is amazing.
Anyway, we're here, we are here to admire the building, but we're also here to do some train spotting because this is episode 2
of the Trainspotting Tour 4.
What on earth is going on over there? There must be some disruption. Probably it's probably the French are on strike again. That's usually the reason. So we have kindly been allowed into the East Midlands Trains domestic section of the station. We're going to go to the end of this platform and get a view of these trains and also the Eurostars. Our first Eurostar spot of the day. They don't seem to display their numbers, so it's a 374 something.
Please take care when walking in or around the station. Passenger services may become slippery.
Set front said 405. I don't think that's the unit number. As is, I believe, common practice for international European trains, it has a country code on the side of the train which says GB. So apparently they're actually registered in the UK. I thought they would be French, but apparently I'm wrong. So that is either a train to Paris or Brussels, or possibly Amsterdam, I don't know. That's 222023 with an East Midlands train service to Sheffield. Here we have 222002. It will form a service to Sheffield. I don't know where it's come from. Nottingham or Sheffield or something like that. HST sets, it's not one unit, but there's two different locomotive numbers, one on the front, one on the back. You know what, I think the Eurostars are configured that way as well, actually, now that I think about it. I think it's a pair of power cars. Or maybe the 373s were like that, but not the 374s. I don't know. I need to get real-time trains up. Javelin service 395006. Southeastern High Speed. Another one on the back, which is 027. It is starting to rain. I've been in the cab of one of those. My dad asked nicely. So this train was an arrival from Sheffield. That HST was heading to Nottingham, and that service that just departed was a loop line service to St Pancras International through Ashford, Folkestone, Dover, Ramsgate, Margate, and then all the way back to St Pancras International. Southeastern Javelin arrival from Faversham. We've moved back slightly because it's raining a bit, which means I'm not going to see the number of this.
Welcome to Manchester.
Quite.
See everyone from London now start yelling in the comment section like, you didn't say that.
Yeah, I'd love to see Eurostar trains in Manchester. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Through service to Paris.
Oh, because then we'll have this.
Just relax the border rules a bit. Let's join Schengen, and we don't have to bother with all this crap. I think that's the Brexit police there. They've just heard me joke about joining Schengen, and now they're coming to place me under arrest. So as I mentioned, you've got these standard European International carriage numbers here. You get them in Hungary, pretty much all the trains have them. And they are labelled as H start, so H for Hungary, and start is the operator lab start. These are GBEIL, which somehow or other stands for Great Britain Eurostar. And you can decipher the unit numbers from this. So apparently the unit numbers are split. So the front half of the train is one unit, the rear half is another unit. And so it's 374, and the front half of this train is 041. 374041 is its classification under British tops, but clearly they don't really bother that much with British tops on the Eurostar, and it's very difficult to read it unless you're right in front of it. So basically there's not much point trying to bother. We have an arriving HST set into Intercity 125. Like the Eurostars, they also do not have simple unit classifications, but you can just read the ones off the logo. That's 43050 on the front. This is, by the way, an arrival from Leeds, so this has come all the way from Leeds. Duncan is just slagging off train companies and UK cities left and right. By the end of this episode, there will be few people left on Earth where Duncan has not pissed off. That's 43076 on the front. The grand return of snack time with Duncan. This is, of course, the obligatory part of every Trainspotting video where Duncan eats something and then describes in vivid detail what he's eating and endorses it as if he's actually being paid money by the company, which he obviously isn't, because no company would be stupid enough to have Duncan, to sponsor Duncan to promote their product. What are we eating today, Duncan?
Velveeta.
Looks delicious.
It's very good.
(395,005) to Faversham. Southeastern High Speed Javelin. miles an hour. It's the same as your regular domestic high-speed trains, Pendolinos, Azumas, and even the 225s, not this one. The 225s and all those new trains can all go 140 miles an hour, but there's no track in the UK that allows them to do so, which is why they have to run at 125, except for the Javelins, which go on high-speed 1. East Midlands Trains service to Corby. That's 220014. From next year, this will be an electric service. Meanwhile, there's a Javelin arriving in from Ashford International. Javelin. And that is 395, number... is that 23?
I can't read.
023.
My eyesight's bad, David.
Eurostar service to Paris Gare du Nord. That's 374, number who the fuck even knows. Meanwhile, 222002 is about to depart for Sheffield.
Sheffield.
Quiz Duncan with some train trivia. Duncan,
Oh no.
what makes the Class 374 completely unique amongst UK passenger trains? I'll give you a clue. I'm not looking for the fact that it goes 320 kilometers an hour. There's something else that makes it completely unique. I'll give you another clue. You cannot run one to Manchester because of this. Eurostar Class 373, TGV TMST, also known as the E300. Still in its old livery, one of the few left in fact, and it's coming in from Brussels Midi. That is a rare sight nowadays. Almost all the 373s still in operation have been refurbished and re-liveries. These ones are like the HSTs, and that is carriage sets and then power cars on either side with the top unit numbers, I think. Go on, Duncan, I'll give you another clue. This one you can run to Manchester. So if you turn that into a domestic train, you could run that to Manchester. You cannot run the 374 to Manchester. You almost had it there when I had to interrupt the recording.
What, are they different gauges?
Not gauges, it's the same track, but they are different loading gauges. So it physically would not fit because the platforms and the bridges across the whole UK rail network are much narrower than European standard. So when the 373s, when the Eurostar first started operating, High Speed 1 didn't exist. So once they came out of the Channel Tunnel, they had to snake through the existing southeastern commuter network to get to London Waterloo. Which is why the 373s are basically narrow TGV trains. And they are built to UK loading gauge. The 374s came in by the time High Speed 1 was already open. High Speed 1 is built to European standard gauge. So those trains are built to the full-sized European loading gauge, which means if you tried to run one to Manchester, you'd break something. And our final train for today, 222008. No, it's not our final train, because we're going down to the Thameslink station in a second. It is an East Midlands Trains service arriving from, I don't know.
Somewhere on the East Midlands network. Oh yeah, say.
From Nottingham. There's actually another Javelin rounding the corner there. So we'll film that and then we'll go down to the Thameslink platforms to wrap up this episode with some Thameslink trains, because otherwise we've not seen all that much.
Every rail enthusiast, choo-choo.
That's 395, number...
Oh.
Don't know. 019. I think that's another loop line service, so it's coming from London St Pancras. Before we wrap up this episode, let's go have a look at St Pancras Thameslink. Caught up by another train. That's... You see the number on the front back?
No. 016.
Oh yeah, 222016. This might be the service from Nottingham actually, I don't know. So here we are at St Pancras Thameslink once again. We've been kindly letting, but obviously we can't go anywhere. Not that we intend to, because we're going to King's Cross after this, which is just round the corner. But we thought we'd come and spot some Thameslink trains. Welcome to St Pancras Thameslink, the replacement for King's Cross Thameslink, which was about half the size. This is what a high-frequency 2-track railway actually looks like. In case you haven't noticed, these trains are astonishingly long. That's 12 coaches. Anyway, we're going to call that a day, well, call that an episode, and head off to our next episode, which is in King's Cross. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.